You could say it was an inspired bit of casting to put Adam Beach in the role of Bobby Martin, the renegade bush pilot in Arctic Air.
I got a question for you, Ron.
Ask away.
Ever wonder why people knock out your teeth?
Like Bobby, Adam, who grew up on and near the Dog Creek First Nations Reserve in Manitoba, lost his parents, but in the most tragic of circumstances. When he was just 8 years old, Adam's mother was hit and killed by a drunk driver. A few months later, depressed and drinking, his father drove into a lake and drowned. But rather than let the anger and sadness destroy him, Adam channeled his energy into acting and has maintained an outstanding career with really brawny roles in North of 60, Law & Order SVU, and in Clint Eastwood's Flags of Our Fathers, in which Adam played the haunted Second World War Marine Ira Hayes.
I wasn't there. You hear?
But his success just isn't in the States.
You are a truer American than any of us.
He's now returned home for Arctic Air.
Not me.
And he started a new film institute to help Aboriginal youth find a better way in life through film.
Welcome back to Red Charles. Straight out of me! Hey, brother. Happening, buddy. Morning, man. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I'm good, yeah.
Keeping busy, eh?
Trying to, man. We're finishing up Arctic Air pretty soon and looking forward to just a new adventure of different ideas, possibilities.
So, man, Arctic Air, and you would have known this coming into it, if you had gone even 5 years ago to a network, it says, I want to build a show set in the far north, and not in the glamour American TV, you know, kind of way, not even in a Mystery Alaska movie way, but this is a proper story, a First Nations perspective, right? That kind of thing, our Aboriginal perspective. People said it wouldn't work.
Couldn't happen anywhere else, you know, because one, APTN, they don't have money. CBC supports I think the culture, environment of being Canadian. Americans takes them a few years to get who we are. Some of them don't even know where Canada is. But for me, it was just important to be a part of something that kind of gives the northern communities a sense of hope, inspiration through a character.
I want to travel back, okay? Okay. Memory lane to a boat on a river.
They scanned the shoreline ceaselessly, but whatever they were looking for, they didn't see it.
Oh my God, dude!
Tell me what that is.
That everybody is the first Adam Beach on film. I called everybody. I said, you have to watch this. I'd call my cousin, and he said, I missed it. And I said, how? And he said, I went to the bathroom. It was like a little spot.
That's Lost in the Barrens, right?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I remember paddling a canoe, and I pressed pause, and I watched that thing for 4 years.
But it's identity, right? It's this moment when you realize, hey, I'm on screen, no less with Graham, right? You know?
But for me, that was my dream.
Were there early on camera moments when you saw actors work and you thought I could be here?
Wow, Johnny Depp was the inspiration because he was playing 21 Jump Street, a character who created characters while in different schools to, you know, he is an undercover police officer, and I found it interesting that I wanted to be somebody else, you know, so.
Johnny Depp is playing Tonto.
I know, I love it.
And he's like somewhere down the line, they say he's got Native American blood.
Cherokee, yeah.
And Creek as well. There's something in there with him, but what do you think of the fact that Tonto is played by Johnny Depp?
He's well respected by everybody, so everybody says yay.
Okay.
But for me, I'm like, man, stay away from my territory. Stick to another pirate movie, because I wanted to do it.
Did you try
really
for it?
bad? Yeah, about a year ago, before they picked Johnny, and I heard that Johnny was kind of saying, you know, there's this guy Adam that should play it. And when
Johnny said that about you?
That's what I heard.
Dude, take it.
I know.
He should have said it. If he didn't say it, he should have said it, but okay.
Yeah, but I felt that he was embarking on my territory. Yeah. You know, you look at a huge success story with Twilight, nothing against it, but there's a huge fans following the trilogy, and the lead guy is supposed to be a Native American, but he's not. And it's nothing against his performance, but it's for me, who says to people, you can't give that message to Native people to say, you are not good enough to be a lead role status in our trilogy. We'll give you a little bit parts, but it's sending the bad message.
You are kind of doing your own Taylor Lautner in a way, though, with your topless scene.
Not yet. I gotta, you know.
Aren't you doing it in the new season? Here. Okay, first, let me show this picture of an East Coast superstar. So there's Alan Hocko, right? Alan Hocko's toplessness has got the girls and at least 10% of the men all fluttery.
Yes.
And now that's an impact on Arctic Air as well?
It impacted me because when he aired that picture, I was torn because now I have to compete with him. We're all already competing with you, being Canada's boyfriend. You can't be that.
If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a lot of topless of me. So, you know.
So I'm working toward bringing the abs so that I could one day strip them off and say, yo, Alan, check it out. Yeah.
That's actually pretty fantastic. Yeah, I see what you're saying about First Nations actors. Ira, when you played in Flags of Our Fathers, right?
Yeah.
I think he had played himself once in a film, but his character had been played a couple of times by white actors.
Yeah.
When you were going out for that role, did you recognize the kind of legacy of that character?
Yeah, I knew that I was getting into a very tortured soul, and how do I live up to being that alcoholic Indian? But I wanted to give the light of this guy is no different than anybody else. To see his best friends die in the war, how does it affect you? And if you do the history of how many soldiers back then went to alcohol and drugs, there's a lot of them.
What was the audition process like for Flags of Our Fathers? How'd you get that?
I was with the flu. First, 6 months before, I was calling Clint's people and said, I want to do your movie. And they said, sorry, you're too young.
Yeah.
We need someone in their early 20s. And they couldn't find anyone.
Really?
And I got the call. I had the flu. Audition. Next day, I got it.
In fact, why don't we just show them the audition?
Hi, I'm Adam Beach. I'm reading for Ira Hayes. Ring, that's the phone. Hi, I'm Adam Beach. I'm reading for Ira Hayes. Way to go, Pops.
And 3.
Can't get a quiet house around here.
Sack, please.
Hi, I'm Adam Beach. I'm reading for Ira Hayes. And a little under the weather, but it's all good. Thanks, Mr. East.
Right?
That's good. Yeah.
But, I mean, you got the part, man.
Yeah, it was pretty fortunate.
That's a hell of a place to get to. So they were saying that for certain roles, there weren't enough, they didn't have the right actor to play this guy, or the right actor to play this guy. At some point with your success, you have to step in now and start training actors.
Yes.
Which is what you're doing.
Yes, I've created the Adam Beach Film Institute, and the reason is to fill in those shoes that I can't fill in anymore. And I think we, as Native people, haven't yet embarked on teaching people who we are, showing them our dire straits and our successes, whether we are, you know, prostitutes, gang members, lawyers, doctors. We have a message to instill in the world. And I think, sorry, I'm just distracted by my clean-shaven look here. But anyway, I want people to know that, you know, when it came to culture and traditions, it is the strength of who I am. It's the wisdom of who I am.
It's a relatively short period of time when your parents passed away, right?
Yeah.
Like, how quickly?
2 months apart.
And you were how old?
I was 8.
So you have 2 kids that are older than you.
Yeah.
Older than you were when you lost your parents. Do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely. I talk to them all the time about my parents. They know. I brought them to when I speak at universities and colleges, and they hear the truth about my abandonment issues. So I know that if I could sort of be honest with who I am to them, that they will make a choice for themselves. And I'm not out there to say you have to be this, but I'm going to support what it is that you got to be. You know, being that responsible father, that's who I want them to grow up to be. Right. But they still have to decide what they want. But yeah, I'm pretty honest with people, and sometimes they take it the wrong way. but they know that I'm just being me. And sometimes I could be a crazy loose cannon of just, you know.
It's really good to see you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, buddy.
Right on. Adam Beach, everybody. Season 2 of Arctic Air premieres tonight. Make sure you stick around and watch it. We'll be right back.